Alright.
What is up, guys? I'm Jonathan.
I'm Max.
So, it's been a little while, but it's good because Max had the opportunity to go to the spring training and with his brother. So, that was last week, Max? Last Wednesday?
Yeah, like less than a week ago.
Less than a week ago. And talk about that. How was the experience for people that never been there and they want to kind of thinking about going still if they have time?
Yeah, it's something you must do if you're as close to the players and coaches as you could be.
Okay.
It's kind of like the travel ball. They get off the team buses. Like when your family's like kind of carpool.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like like a very
It's just
like
open.
low budget,
Uh-huh.
but very important games.
Okay, and so explain a little bit about like how the day went. So did you get there early to try to get some autographs? Did you meet anybody? Tell me a little bit on that Wednesday morning.
Yeah, so we got autograph. Well, so that morning, what's funny is my brother brought like an oversized bag, and I thought like, oh, they're gonna give us a problem, but they were nice enough to just hold it in their facility since we were going to the airport after.
Oh, okay.
So there was no like setback there, but we bought a Cactus League ball to a couple of the Cactus League balls to get autographs. The new pitcher Woo-suk, the Korean pitcher who I think actually pitched that day,
Nice.
pitched, and I believe it was Woo-suk's cinematographer. They interviewed my brother on like they asked if he wanted to be on their he had no idea who he was talking to, but it was someone in the Padres dugout that asked him about the expectations for the season.
Oh, really? Like so someone just interview fans.
Yeah.
And it was your brother.
Yeah.
What would your brother
It
say?
was like the expectations to win, and always excited for the season. In like just being excited that baseball's back. And
Yeah. And did they ever ask you any questions, or did you kind of chip in, or no?
No, I just observed it. Yeah.
Cool. And this is like he was in the dugout, you said, or
No. They
by the dugout.
So like that little overpatch where the security is by the field.
Yeah.
Right next to the dugout.
Okay.
That's where she came
Nice.
by. But before I forget about Woo-suk, after the game, he had like a 20-minute interview, like after the game.
From MLB? Like who's in?
I don't know who exactly, but it might have been a Korean broadcast or something.
Okay.
But it was like 20 minutes after.
Well, and that's pretty funny because I heard that these players are really open for like signing, taking pictures, like really trying to be there to, hey, let's have fun, let's be there for the fans, and kind of be more open to compared to like regular season where you see a player goes real quick, signs a couple balls for 30 seconds, they dips, huh?
Yeah.
So it looks more like players are kind of more trying to.
Kyle Higgy signed that day, and he was starting as a DH.
Okay.
So like a lot of the players were out there. Campy, who's normally with the ones,
Yeah.
he started the game, even though the ones played the day before.
And you mean for the people that are listening to us, the ones are like the top A team.
Yeah, like the opening day roster.
Opening day, and then you guys watched the B team.
Yeah, I didn't even see Machado, or they might have been there.
Okay.
But of how crowded the dugouts are.
Yeah.
And also the next day was a split squad.
Okay.
So they could have been training or ready on their way.
Right.
So they had because they had to go to like the major league roster had to go to Peoria, which is an hour away.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Also, So, I've never been there, so this is why we want to talk about this. Is there like a sportsplex? Is there different fields, and you enter, and there's different fields, or it's only one field that you went to?
Yeah, this field was Hoacom.
Okay.
It's right outside Phoenix, or yeah, from Phoenix it was like 20 miles or a half
Okay.
hour
Okay.
from. But yeah, so what's funny enough is our Uber there. There were actually a bunch of other stadiums that were closer than where we ended up going.
Of course.
So it's kind of like that hub of like if being there for like a week or so would be nice because you can go to like several different teams and stadiums.
To see different ones.
It's kind of like a spray chart of arena stadiums.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So how many fans were there? Was it like less? Not that many people, right? Or
Well, the official count was like 3,000 or so.
yeah.
But it felt like more. Maybe it's because a lot of people were just in our section.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a lot of Padre fans, and one of my highlights was actually right at the end. So Mike Schilt, the Padres skipper, came over, and we got his autograph.
Oh, you did with the ball or
Yeah, the ball
Nice.
and a couple of the other non-roster invites, I believe. Still trying to figure out.
the names and all?
Yeah,
Okay.
but some kid asked him. I don't know if I want to give his secrets out, but some kid asked
Like Schilt or
Schilt.
Uh-huh.
What's the hardest thing of managing a major league roster?
Roster team,
And his response, Mike's response was managing your bullpen
Okay.
of anything.
Wow. And that's a thing too. Like and we've seen it with Bob Melvin, we've seen it with everybody real quick. But it's like, when do you decide to pull the starter out? If he's doing really well, the other team getting a couple hits, do you pull him out? Like, what's the score? Like,
And you don't want to burn out your bullpen because
Correct.
that sets you back a couple weeks.
yeah, exactly. So that's a good question from that kid. And talk about bullpen. We have a good bullpen. I know. I feel pretty good with the bullpen. What else? What else?
Yeah, and yesterday I saw in the first inning, Darvish struck out the side with 10 pitches.
Yeah.
In the first inning.
Yeah.
So
Darvish is looking good. Talk about Darvish. Let's talk a little bit about Joe Musgrove. What are you thinking about him? His
yeah, he's had a
his
shake.
preseason.
He's had a little shaky going, but that's he's testing out
We're
other
not
pitches.
concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna be our guy, and but I think the rotation's is really in place, and as opening day approaches, which is really soon now.
It's literally a couple of weeks, right? Don't they
Yeah.
leave to go to South Korea? So
Yeah, I think we have like
I think
a
they
week
leave
and a half of spring training.
yeah, and then we
Like
go
7-8 games left of spring training,
Yeah.
and then we come back, and then it's opening day.
Well, they come back, then they have the expedition game still,
Yeah.
right? Then they have that fan fest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I think we're ready. It's gonna be very exciting to see these two games with the Dodgers. With Joe Musgrove, though, I heard him saying, you know what, I'm working on some new things. Because, Joe Musgrove is not fighting for a roster,
Yeah.
So, he's trying to figure out things, and I'd rather him figure out things live pitching in spring training and let him, like, hey, I can't hit, they keep hitting this, I'm not going to use this anymore. So, that's good. Darvish looking good. I still thinking I don't think we have a full-on 4 or 5 roster left, Who do you think could fit in those last 4 or 5 spots?
Well, so it's starting to look like, it's going to be, as we know, Darvish, Joe, depends who's going to be 1, 2.
I think Joe, my opinion, I think Joe might take 1.
Yeah.
But anyway, Joe, you.
King's probably going to be number 3.
Okay.
And then Vasquez and Burrito might be 4 or 5, it's starting to
Okay.
look like. And that's all the guys from the Soto trade.
Yeah, and talk about Soto. He's looking hot right now, huh?
Yeah,
he's looking,
win-win for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks for people like, dang, we really wanted Soto, but at the same time, we needed pitchers.
Yeah.
And the only way to get pitchers is give away Soto that is
And we didn't
fun.
give up that much star
No.
power.
No.
I mean, we still have a lot of star power.
Yeah.
Nonetheless. But yeah, yeah, it's just really fun to see the fans going out and people traveling from all
Right.
over.
To see this games and
Yeah, and me and my brother, I mean, we tried to get autographs, but if we really wanted to go harder, we could have got more.
was it easy access to do all this stuff?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
guessing, yeah, you just walk and see who's there.
Yeah. Yeah, right there, and the spring training, with the it's kind of hard because the larger rosters.
Yeah.
But you also get to see players that you wouldn't normally get to see play. I was excited. Homer Bush Jr.
Yes, yeah.
He got an at bat.
Okay. How's that bat?
Good. I mean, I think it was like a fly out or something.
Okay.
But
okay.
he got some playing time, and Samuels, Suvella, he got some playing time in left field as well.
Cool.
So you're seeing all these young guys really get a lot of opportunities. Let me see here. Yeah, so you see, Cal Mitchell and Mercado probably gonna crack the roster possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Merrill went 0 for 3 that day, but he did well the next couple games. But yeah, where the expectation is Merrill will be the center fielder.
Yeah. And do you think he's ready for that? Or do you think what we have now, he's the best option to have?
I think that Merrill, I mean, I think the reason why they really want to bring him up is he's experienced because he's been in AAA for a while. But at the same time, he's, I think his bat is really showing.
Okay.
But he's already made some tough plays in his early going. But yeah, I think when it hits opening day, we're only going to carry 2 catchers.
Okay, I heard people saying 3.
There were talks about. I mean, there still might be.
Just depending on with Manny's situation, right? If Manny could be, depending on if he's full healthy opening, because you're gonna have Luis Capuchano. He's looking really good as he could be a DH, right? Or could help with that. But
just managing, him staying healthy.
Yeah.
But Brett Sullivan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably gonna get called up and down quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Higgy was 3 for 3 or his last at bat, he made that pitcher earn it, but he got double and quite a bit of RBIs.
Right.
And what I really liked about the lineup when I went to that game is there was a few MLB stars playing against. You're kind of seeing what you can do against us a weaker lineup.
Yeah.
Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing as pros? But the A's played a lot more of their major league roster that game. But
the Padres won that game too, by the way?
Yeah.
They won? Okay.
Yeah, and it was also cool seeing all the pitchers pitching that game. Morjan, Pedro Avila, who's fighting for a spot.
Yeah.
And then a lot of other guys fighting. But yeah, it's a really fun experience.
Nice. Would you have done more games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would go it's something that you could probably go to multiple games a day.
Tell me something. So this is your first time doing it. Tell me something next time I want to do this more. What would you have done differently for next year if you go have another chance of going?
Yeah, I would like to have a lot of time.
Okay.
And go to multiple games and really
settle down, relax a little bit.
Yeah, and it's I mean, when I worked with the Riptide, it was kind of like that. There was no outfield seats. It was just grass.
Yeah.
So like there's a oh yeah, that was another thing. Like normally in baseball, you know how like if the ball goes to the bullpen, like see like you know
Yeah.
where the bullpen they just hold on to it. Like the A's players after a home run threw the ball to the
Just throw to
bleach
the
or
fans.
in the grass.
Oh, okay, and people go grab it in the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like really cool to see that and
It's like
then
less strict, huh? Players are more flexible with
yeah,
things and
what's
throwing.
funny is the gates weren't open yet, and a couple times they asked, "Oh, are you guys ball players?"
To you guys?
Yeah, because like we were trying to get in, we didn't realize the gates didn't open yet.
Oh, okay. That's.
It's
Were you guys
kind
in the same like? Was it the main entrance or what? Or
um,
you guys were like in a hidden little entrance, sideways, side entrance?
it was
Or
like kind of like where the main gates
okay.
are, but I mean, I guess it's not unheard of because some of these guys probably travel on their
Yeah, you
own.
don't know like exactly. There's so many people in the
Yeah,
organization and trying to get in the game.
yeah, some don't travel with the bus.
Yeah. Nice. So, also, uh, what do you think? Because I haven't seen him besides on TV. But when you were watching the games, a question was uniforms. How were the Did you notice anything different with the new uniforms? I heard mixed feelings about them. People were saying the last names were smaller than normal, or the number behind their bag looks kind of not professional. Did you notice anything?
Nothing really
Sticks
stood
out to
out
you?
to me.
Okay.
Nothing like really, yeah, stuck out.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they were just playing baseball,
Right,
and
right.
they're not worried about that.
Okay.
I know it's a really big
It's a
topic,
big topic, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I mean, what's funny about Fanatics is, you know how they bought out Tops? Well, they
Yeah.
turned Tops into a cardboard.
They did, yeah.
I mean, so
Okay.
will the quality of Tops go down in a year or two?
And we just have to wait to find out. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Here's another thing too. With the Fan Fest, do you think it's gonna be more? You think it's gonna be? Did you go last year, Fan Fest?
I was going to.
Okay, because I know Fan Fest last season was chaotic. So I know we got tickets. You're still 50-50 with it.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be something different than last year because I know my brothers told me that last year was just you waited long lines and you're not guaranteed anything.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see how FanFest is. I know I'm excited for it. Kind of the season, we were gonna find out either the Padres are 2-0, 0-2, 1-1. What's gonna happen,
Yeah.
And these games are like legit. These games are in the record. So
And then you go back to an expedition game, which they're probably not going to play their starters.
no.
For.
And how many games are in Is it
Just two?
Just two games.
And then it's the prospect game.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like we're right here. The season's here.
Yeah. Do you think there's gonna be any last minute trades or add-ons
I don't.
before the season starts?
I think what you're seeing is
What we have?
yeah, like you're already seeing players being reported to minor league camp. Either they're not producing or they're just there's other guys ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like there's Marcy and Paulie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think they're still gonna be in the minor leagues, still, right? They're not.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be on roster.
He could be a surprise opening day spot. It really just depends on where the team goes.
Yeah.
But this team is. I don't know if you guys saw that hype video for the Padres.
Video, yeah.
Like it looks like makes you want to run through a wall for this team.
And we'll see. I mean, this is gonna be I think this is gonna be a hard season because we're gonna be the underdogs, which is no pressure for us, right? Because last season it was just too much. Like, I think they just couldn't deal with the pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this season, let me ask you this: if we don't make the playoffs, are you okay with that? Are you expected the Padres should make a wild card push? What's your expectations for this season? Are you just gonna go with the wave, the flow?
Always high expectations.
Yeah, right. Of course.
But you're now adding. This could be 4 teams that will have 90+ wins.
Yes.
With the Diamondbacks and Giants on the uprise.
Yeah, and those teams are going to be better. Look,
they're not going to be those walkovers
no,
anymore.
no, and those are the things too. Like, Padres need to win these games. Even the Rockies. The Rockies always somehow
They play well
hard,
against us.
play hard with the Padres, and they're last season they beat us, and we're like, what the heck just happened?
And yeah, we lost them like 4 or 5 most times in our division.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, and we ended up only missing it by 2 games.
Yeah, so the Giants are going to be there because they haven't been in playoffs for a while. Diamondbacks went to the World Series, so they're no joke.
And they had a great offseason.
Correct. And the Dodgers had... So, it's not just Dodgers and Padres like last season.
No, it's a
It's going to be a
four-leg race.
4-leg race for sure. So it's like, okay, well, we want to win the division, of course. That's expectations. But now you have people that are wild cards. You have other good teams. The Mets looking like they want to come back because they played bad like last season, like us.
Yeah.
So got the Cardinals, the Cubs. Like these teams are trying to get. It's like, what? It's like how many people can get in? It feels like it's very tight,
Yeah, tight. But like part of me feels like, whatever the case is, I feel like this year in particular, is going to be different from the last couple of years from the playoff format change.
Okay.
I feel like, a lot of teams were like hanging on, like, just borderline. But I think the top tier teams are going to really walk away with the World Series.
Yeah.
I think there's not going to be like, oh, could this team make a run? I feel like there's going to be a clear favorite in the AL and NL.
Okay.
I don't know who that will be yet, but I just don't think you're going to have that many wild cards just walk through.
It's going to be just to the last 162 game, right? Like
yeah, and like even in the wild card series, it was all like sweeps. I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
But what's cool, nice, is even on MLB TV without cable, you can stream in market Padres.
Yes. So that's gonna be good for people that don't have cable, which a lot of people now don't have cable. It's kind of pushing away from now. You have streaming, so that's cool for us.
Yeah, there's no more Valley Sports.
Exactly. Yeah. So you still have access to watch the games. Other thing too is talking about kind of what we're talking about if we're going to add anybody else to the team roster before opening day, but I've been hearing a lot of, I don't want to say rumors of him joining, but people talking about Tommy Pham again. I heard things that he really liked. Tommy Pham was really good in the clubhouse. We're not talking about outside baseball. We're just talking about inside baseball, how he was a good leader for those players. Mm-hmm. I did hear he had a good relationship with AJ and Mike Schultz. He played with Mike Schultz, back then. So what do you think if Tommy Pham... Because I don't know how much he's asking, because he shouldn't be asking too much. Padres could afford it. I say, give him $7-8 mil. What do you think about Tommy Pham? Do you think you like it, or you say, know what? No.
At the right price, yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, if the Padres really wanted to, they could do Azarkar and Profar in left center. Yeah.
And you'll be okay with that. Do you think Azarkar is that player that can help us in the playoffs? Yeah. Every day.
I mean, you have to also remember, you just need enough to jumpstart the season.
Right.
And then if you're really competing, you can make a move.
During the trade deadline?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you don't remember, the regular season is about your offense can carry you a little bit.
Right, offense, yeah.
You really need your pitching when it counts.
Of course, yeah.
But that's why, we're expecting MVP seasons from Tatis and Machado.
Yeah, that they need to step up for sure and stay healthy is a big key. Because right now, if they can be MVP calibers, we're good, and our pitchers, of course. But there's a lot of still free agents out there. I mean, now you're at a point where it's not just the Padres, but in general, where are these going? Is Snell gonna sign someone before the season starts? I mean, what's gonna happen? So it's just still this is. And here's the thing too, with this free agency this year, next year's going to be even better. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of players next year, and people are like, well, there's some pitchers better than Snell for next free agents. So Snell's kind of at a pickle. Where
and there's no Ohtani sweepstakes.
yeah. It's gonna be better. Like they said, there's gonna be a lot of good players gonna be on the free agency next year. So you kind of see Snell might just have to do a 1-year contract and kind of go from there.
Yeah, I mean, he's just. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, why is he asking for this?" I mean, he won a Cy Young in both leagues.
Yeah, NL and AL. I think
only 2 other guys ever done.
Yeah,
that.
and I think the reason why it's the stat number with the walks, I'm guessing, right? He can't last long innings.
Yeah, but he
With the Padres,
delivers.
He delivers, right? I mean, if he could be consistent with less walks, then maybe teams would pick him more up. And again, yes, he won the Cy Young Award. That means something.
And another whole thing is, the Scott Boras.
Yeah. Yeah.
With his clients.
Yeah, I heard that he's like, he might not be the best. He might be the best out there for people, but I think honestly, I'm excited for this season. I really hope it's not a long season in a way that, please, no, I don't want this again.
I just want, I know it's a long season in terms of it being a long season.
But not a bad long season.
Yeah, but I also just want, it's going to be critical for us to get on a fast start.
Yeah, for sure. We need to start with because that's
a split even.
And that's the thing too. I think the Padres got screwed over last year because how many times have you heard from April, May, June? Oh, it's early. They'll pick it up soon. That's all we heard. Every game at the end in April. Oh, it's early. They pick it up soon. Oh, it's a long season.
That opening series against the Rockies.
Yes, but don't worry. It's a long season. It's just one game. Okay, I get it. It's
now it's mid-season.
It's a game. I'll get it. April, whatever, right? March, April. But then that's gonna catch up to you at the end of the trade deadline. We swept the Rangers. AJ's like, oh my god, we're like 2 games back or something. We swept the Rangers. We're gonna buy.
And then Soto spoke on the team of like they gave up against the Mariners, and that was kind of the hint that maybe he's gonna go.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just so many. I mean, being in that environment, is tough.
Yeah, and the thing is like, the Padres really need to start off strong, and I don't want to hear. I mean, maybe once or twice, but I don't want to hear saying it's just the beginning. We'll pick it up soon because that's all we heard as a fan the whole season. And then they only had 1 great month, which was in September.
Yeah,
and it's like, really, guys.
And the Padres, like, if you were a player and a fan, like I know there's always expectations of the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, the only acquisition we lost really was Juan Soto.
Right.
Which is big, but teams are acting like we don't have Tatis or Machado, and that's gonna be a dangerous game to play if you're gonna play against a team what they're capable of.
Yeah.
And the Padres are now seem like in a better place.
Yeah.
Bottom, and everyone seems ready for opening day, but it's just gonna be who's gonna get the call to opening day,
and it's gonna be a crazy one because it's against the Giants, and again, this is another team that wants to get in the postseason, and so again, it's a 4-game with the Giants. I want to say, I think Thursday through Sunday.
Think so.
Right, Thursday's opening day, and then Friday, Saturday. It could be 3, but I want to say it's usually 4.
There's no picnic.
But we need to win these games because
we have to win these 1-run games.
Yeah, and that's what killed it. And that's a good thing you brought that up because that's how many times that
towards the end of the last 2 games of the season we won those
but it was
we were 0 in 18 or 20.
Yeah,
something.
And then with the end. Talk about that and the extra innings we need to win because we were 1-13 at the end.
Yeah.
So you add those numbers up, we could have possibly
even if we won 1% of those, we would have made it.
So that's a good thing you say. I want to see this coming season, win more 1-run games, extra innings, and start early. Strong early.
Start fast, and I'm really interested to see what Mike's style will be because
Bob Melvin looked like he was conservative.
Yeah, that and
Very
he
conservative.
looked like he was asking Nubla what to do.
Yeah, I think he was more of a let the players play in a way of you don't want to bat second, okay, fine. Who wants to bat second?
You could see he wanted to pull them.
Yeah. And Kim, you can't play short now. Let's put you at second.
Yeah.
You know, like he's really favoring it. You're the manager. You should tell players, hey, I know you like this position, or I know you don't like batting first or second, but it's a team sport, right?
And, you know, when they announced Bogarts and Kim switched positions, and Bogarts' response was like, whatever the team needs, goals to win a World Series.
Yeah. And that's, I know, I get what he said when he's like, you know, I didn't sign up to play second, I signed up for shortstop, and that's when you told, hey, I'm here to win the World Series, I'm here to help the team. That's what the player is. I get it, because if I was in that position, yeah, it kind of sucks, right? You've been playing shortstop forever, but it's not some random Joe that's going to take your position.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, on top of that,
You know.
Bogarts, if he could turn to that World Series Bogarts,
Yeah.
like
Hitting wise, right? Talking
yeah.
about, yeah.
Like, I mean, Bogarts is no, like, stranger. Like, he's a guy that I was actually looking on StatCast the other day. He had the most hits, I think, in the league in September.
Yeah.
Like, so it really shows, like, just keeping those consistency.
Yeah.
But do you, what do you expect in the first 10?
Like record wise? Man, I gotta see the schedule, but
Yeah, with the
Giants,
then Cardinals.
Okay. Man, and the first two games with Dodgers that count. So, man, I'll take for sure above 500. I'll say so 10 games.
7-3?
7-3, 6-4 latest.
Yeah.
Right? I'll be happy with 6-4. Depends on how they lost the games, but 7-3 would be really, really nice. But it's gonna be hard because you still have Cardinals, who's still hard. Dodgers are still hard, and Giants, who just added Matt Chapman to their roster. So, you know, it's gonna be anybody's game.
Yeah, and the Dodgers. What's nice about the format is you play all those teams like 13 times instead of 19.
Yeah.
And we were playing the Dodgers the first 2 games of the season, so we already cut that.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna say it right now. I know they added Tyler Glasnow, and then they got the new Yamo.
Yeah.
Who has actually never played a major league game yet.
Did he started yet in the spring training?
I think he had one, but I mean he looked good.
Yeah.
But I mean a major league like level
of course.
is different.
Oh, of course.
He hasn't. I mean, facing Tatis versus a average.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask you. It looks like either Joe Musgrove or Yu Darvish will pitch a first game in Seoul. Who do you think for Dodgers? Who do you see pitching the first game?
It's probably gonna be, I think Glasnow will, but people forget how. I mean, they went from Trevor Bauer to Julio Urias.
Yeah.
And he had a 20-plus win season, and they had to cut him.
Yeah.
And people forget, like, that was the reason why they were 90, 100 win team.
Yeah. And that's pitching, right? You know
Yeah. But now that Urias is not on that team, that guy cooked us.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Be pitching 7 innings or something, huh? We were, like, barely trying to hit off of him.
Yeah, he got, like, 1-2 hit frames. Like, but yeah, like, he's literally gonna, and then I think, and Dustin May's Dustin
after the season? What were they saying?
No, I think Tony Gosselin.
No, I'm sorry, but Dustin May.
I think he's on the 60.
Okay.
But, I mean,
Dustin May's another killer that looks to hit us hard.
Yeah, like, Walker Buehler.
Oh, yeah, Walker Buehler.
He'll be back. But, yeah, no Ohtani pitching. Yeah, we really need to just play what we know we can do.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to play catch up.
Yeah, you don't play. Yeah, and and like you don't want to be looking at the wild card where you're like 6 games back, 7 games back. If you can be within 3 or 4 games in the wild card or even the division, right? We're still let's have hope for the Padres can get close to division, but if they're within under 5 games in a month away, we're looking good. Right? You don't want to be 5 games with less than 2 weeks of
In September.
Yeah, you're like, oh shoot, then you have to have other teams beat this team, which I mean, it's kind of a get
The
that
season ends in September this year.
yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I'm very excited. I'm excited to finally baseball is
Let me ask you
coming
this:
back,
Are you gonna be up at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, I'm gonna be up at 3 a.m.
Both nights?
You got to. I
Yeah.
mean, what days are they? By the way, do you know what days are they?
It's the
Hopefully
19, 20, or 20.
Okay, hopefully it's on a. Is it gonna be on a weekend or a Friday night or something? No.
It might be a Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday.
Let me. We're double checking right now. When is it again? March.
The 20th and 21st.
So 20th and 21st is a Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Let's double check. We're checking right now. So we can get this information correct, and I'll just guess it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah. So we have. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday, Thursday.
So Wednesday, Thursday. So and that's in 2 weeks. We're literally talking. I think they leave. I think the Padres leave the 14th. And so wow.
Yeah. So our last spring training game is on the 13th.
Next Wednesday.
So almost a week from today.
And then they play the 20th and 21st is the first. The
Yep.
opening day.
The first game's a home game.
Okay.
And then the next one's a
At 3
road
a.m.
game. Yeah. Yeah, and Hossam Kim, I hope he goes off in his home.
Yeah, and yeah, he needs to, and I think he will. I think he's gonna, I think
We'll feed off it.
I think he'll feed off the crowd, and he's been looking good in spring training, and he's back to where he likes to play at shortstop. And let's see where they put him in the lineup. I mean, it's a lot of options.
He could lead off.
He did he did well with the leadoff, but what would you? And that's the thing too. Do you want to do it now, or we do it next pod? But I like to do a lineup. I think maybe next time we can have a couple like mock-up lineups.
But quickly.
And bring that up. That'll be fun.
It's a lot different when you don't have Grisham having to hit 8 or 9.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Who's gonna be that ninth? And yeah, man. And that's the thing too. Is like who
Oh yeah, we have Aggie, Rosario.
Yep.
We have so much. A lot of infield depth. And yeah,
we need Jake Cronenworth to be back where he was at.
Yeah, they're expecting a lot from him,
Okay.
and he's playing first base.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I mean the season's right here. I mean they're probably traveling the 14th.
Yeah, I think they leave in the 4th. Yeah. And that's it. And then we're about a week later after that. And then,
live ball.
Live baseball. It's kind of weird how it's like they play for 2 games where it counts. They come back. Okay, here we go. Let's do Fan Fest. You go out there acting like, oh, here we go. We're started already.
Yeah, that's Major League Baseball.
It's Major League. And then you get like little fake games for the players, which is no stars needed.
Yeah.
And then again, we're back into opening day on that Thursday at 1 o'clock against the Giants. So I'm excited, very excited for this. It's gonna be fun. I just hope that it's not like last season where this it's the same stuff, different year. But I don't think so. I think Mike Show's really the way he's already making moves and the way he's already had this roster going.
Oh yeah,
good.
Forgot when I talked to him, he was the nicest guy ever. Like he was like when my brother had him sign the ball, he asked like, "Oh, where on the ball do you want it?" Like, he didn't just sign it. Like,
oh, okay.
And then he was like, oh, yeah, he's the most down-to-earth guy, perfect guy for the city of San Diego, and just super genuine. And, that Midwest, Southern...
Yeah, his accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he loves the game of baseball.
That's good.
And,
do you know what's his contract with the Padres?
I think it's a multi-year.
Okay, multi-year. Okay.
Might have been like a 3-year.
Oh, 3-year. Okay.
But yeah, and like that, and yeah, we rebuilt that coaching staff.
Yeah.
I know we kept Rubla.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of gonna be really cool to just see the players, they're hungry.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be good for the Padres. It'll be a new year. Padres might have something to prove.
Do you think we could break our record of 3 million fans this year?
That's a record right now of the last
For the Padres.
Yeah.
But Padres record.
Yeah. But yeah, why not? I think so. I think that helped kind of. And if we play better, oh yeah, we'll for sure break that record.
Yes.
Like how many sellouts were there? Like 40 plus.
Remember there was like 23 consecutive or something.
Yeah. The total was yeah.
Yeah, and Mud, Don and Mark.
Yeah, they're gonna do what they do best, you know.
Yeah, and the more that you think about it, Jesse's really good too.
Yeah, the whole crew from 97.3 to the broadcast, so everybody. I listen to them all the time on the radio and just see what they think and what they think, you know.
Are you optimistic going in?
Yeah. I want to enjoy the games and not expect the unexpected. Yeah. I want to go there, watch the games, because I think last season what really killed me was kind of guaranteed a playoff spot already postseason. Like we were all like on paper we're the best. Everything we were the best. We're always talking on Monday morning.
Now we can play loose.
Yeah, every day you hear on ESPN, which I love. I love when they bring up the Padres, but it's like, what happens to the Padres when they have this all-star team, but it's like over and over again.
Or so like when the Padres make big moves, it's bad for baseball.
Yeah.
But when other teams do it,
it's great for baseball. Yeah. So no, I think I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see what Mike Shell does with his team, and yeah, I mean, and for sure we're right there.
Yeah. If there's any other things you guys are curious or want us to cover, just let us know. And
I think I know for sure. I think it's a good idea. We should make like
one before the opening day.
Yeah, for South Korea, right?
Yeah, before that.
Let's do it before, and then we can do lineups.
Yeah.
Do mock lineups and what you guys think. I think and then do the lineups of what the team we look at have right now, because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys.
All right, guys, have a good one.